Hogwarts Hospital Wing. Albus is asleep in a hospital bed. Harry sits troubled beside him. Albus. Above them is a picture of a concerned, kindly man. Harry rubs his eyes, stands, and walks around the room, stretching his back. And then he meets eyes with the painting, which looks startled to be spotted. And Harry looks startled back. Harry, Professor Dumbledore. Dumbledore, good evening, Harry. Harry, I have missed you. Whenever I have dropped in on that mistress lately, your frame's been empty. Dumbledore, ah, well, I do like to pop into my other portraits now and then. He looks at Albus. Will he be all right? Harry, he's been out 24 hours, mostly in order to Madame Pomfrey could reset his arm. She said it was the strangest thing. It's like it was broken 20 years ago and allowed to set in the most contrary of direction. She says he will be fine. Dumbledore, a difficult thing, I imagine, to watch your child in pain. Harry looks at up Dumbledore and then down at Albus. Harry, I have never asked you how you felt about me naming him after you. I have I? Dumbledore, candidly, Harry, it seemed a great weight to place upon the poor boy. Harry, I need your help. I need your advice. Bane says Albus is in danger. How do I protect my son, Dumbledore? Dumbledore, you ask me of all the people how to protect a boy in terrible danger. We cannot protect the young from harm. Pain must and will come. Harry, so I am supposed to stand and watch? Dumbledore, no, you are supposed to teach him how to meet life. Harry, how? He won't listen. Dumbledore, perhaps he is waiting for you to see him clearly. Harry frowns as he tries to digest this. With sensitivity. It is a portrait's curse and blessing too. Hear things at the school, at the ministry. I hear people talking, Harry. And what is the gossip about me and my son? Dumbledore, not gossip. Concern that you two are struggling, that he is difficult, that he is angry with you. I have formed the impression that perhaps you are blinded by your love for him. Harry, blinded? Dumbledore, you must see him as he is, Harry. You must look for what's wounding him. Harry, haven't I seen him as he is? What's wounding my son? He thinks, or is it who is wounding my son? Albus mumbles in his sleep. Dad. Harry, this black cloud, it's someone, isn't it? Not something. Dumbledore, ah, really, what does my opinion matter anymore? I am a paint and memory. Harry, paint and memory, and I never had a son. Harry, but I need your advice. Albus, Dad. Harry looks at Albus and then back at Dumbledore, but Dumbledore is gone. Harry, no, where have you gone now, Albus? We are in the hospital wing. Harry turns his attention back to Albus. Harry, discombobulated. Yes, and you are. You will be fine. For recuperation, Madame Pomfrey wasn't sure what to prescribe and said you should probably eat lots of chocolate. Actually, do you mind if I have some? I have got something to tell you and I don't think you will like it. Albus looks at his dad. What does he have to say? He decides not to engage. Albus, okay, I think. Harry takes some chocolate. He eats a big chunk. Albus looks at his dad, confused, better. Harry much. He holds out the chocolate to his son. Albus takes a piece. Father and son munch together. The arm, how does it feel? Albus flexes his arm. Albus, it feels great. Harry, soft. Where did you go, Albus? I can't tell you what it did to us. Your mom was worried sick. Albus looks up. He is a great liar. Albus, we decided we didn't want to come to school. We thought we could start again in the Muggle world. We discovered we were gone. We were coming back to Hogwarts when you found us. Harry, is Durmstrang rope? Albus, the ropes were the whole thing. Scorpius and I, we didn't think. Harry, and why? Why did you run? Because of me? Because of what I said? Albus, I don't know. Hogwarts isn't actually that pleasant a place when you don't fit in. Harry, and did Scorpius encourage you to go? Albus, Scorpius? No. Albus looks Harry looks at Albus, trying to see almost an aura around him, thinking deeply. Harry, I need you to stay away from Scorpius Malfoy. Albus, what? Scorpius? Harry. I don't know how you become friends in the first place, but you did, and now I need you to. Albus, my best friend, my only friend, Harry. He is dangerous. Albus, Scorpius, dangerous. Have you met him? Dad, if you honestly think he is the son of Voldemort, Harry, I don't know what he is. I just know you need to stay away from him. Bane told me. Albus, who is Bane? Harry, a centaur with profound divination skills. He said, there is a black cloud around you and Albus, a black cloud. Harry, and I have very good reason to believe that dark magic is in resurgence, and I need to keep you safe from it, safe from him, safe from Scorpius. Albus hesitates a moment and then his face strengthens. Albus, and if I won't, stay away from him. Harry looks at his son, thinking quickly. Harry, there is a map. It used to be for those wanting to get up to no good. Now we are going to use it to keep an eye, a permanent eye on you. Professor McGonagall will watch your every movement. Anytime you are seen together, she will come flying. Anytime you attempt to leave Hogwarts, she will fly. I expect you to go to your lessons, none of which you will now share with Scorpius, and between times you will stay in the Gryffindor common room. Albus, you can't make me go into Gryffindor. I am Slytherin. Harry, don't play games, Albus. You know what house you are. If she finds you with Scorpius, I will fix you with a spell, which will allow me eyes and ears into your every moment, your every conversation. In the meantime, investigations will begin in my department as to his true heritage. Albus starting to cry. But dad, you can't. That's just not. Harry, I thought for a long time I wasn't a good enough dad for you because you didn't like me. It's only now I realize that I don't need you to like me. I need you to obey me because I'm your dad. I do know better. I'm sorry, Albus. It has to be this way. Hogwarts staircases. Albus pursues Harry across the stage. Albus, what if I run? I will run. Harry, Albus, get back in bed. Albus, I will run away again. Harry, no, you won't. Albus, I will, and this time I will make sure Ron can't find us. Ron, did I hear my name? Ron enters on a staircase, his side parting now. Super aggressive, his robes just a little bit too short, his clothes now spectacularly stained. Albus, Uncle Ron, thank Dumbledore if we needed one of your jokes, it's now. Ron frowns confused. Ron, jokes? I don't know any jokes. Albus, of course you do. You run a joke shop. Ron, now supremely confused. A joke shop? Well, now, anyway, I am pleased I caught you. I was going to bring some sweets for a sort of a get well soon, but actually, Padma, she thinks about things a lot more deeply than I do, and she thought it would be nicer for you to get something useful for school. So we got you a set of quills. Yes, 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 look at these bad boys, top of the range. Albus, who is Padma? Harry frowns at Albus. Harry, your aunt, Albus. I have an aunt, Padma. Ron to Harry. Taken a confidence charm to the head, has he? To Albus. My wife, Padma. You remember? Talks slightly too close to your face, smells a bit minty, leans in. Padma, mother of Panju. To Harry. That's why I'm here. Of course, Panju. He is in trouble again. I wanted to just send a holler, but Padma insisted I come in person. I don't know why, he just laughs at me. Albus, but you are married to Hermione. Beat Ron doesn't understand this at all. Ron, Hermione, no, Mullins, her beard. Harry, Albus has also forgotten that he was sorted into Gryffindor conveniently. Ron, yes, well, sorry, old chap, but you are a Gryffindor, Albus. But how did I get sorted into Gryffindor, Ron? You persuaded the sorting hat. Don't you remember? Panju bet you that you couldn't get in Gryffindor if your life depended on it. So you choose Gryffindor to spite him. I can't blame you, Riley. We would all like to swipe the smile off his face sometimes, wouldn't we? Terrified. Please don't tell Padma I said that. Albus, who is Panju? Ron and Harry stares at Albus. Ron, bloody hell, you are really not yourself, are you? Anyway, better go before I am sent or holler myself. He stumbles on not even an inch of the man he was. Albus, but that doesn't make sense. Harry, Albus, whatever you are feigning, it isn't working. I will not change my mind. Albus, Dad, you have two choices. Either you take me to Harry. No, you are the one with the choice, Albus. You do this or you get in deeper, much deeper trouble. Do you understand? Scorpius, Albus, you are okay? That's fantastic. Harry, he's completely cured and we have got to go. Albus looks up at Scorpius and his heart breaks. He walks on. Scorpius, are you mad at me? What's going on? Albus stops and turns to Scorpius. Albus, did it work? Did any of it work? Scorpius, no. But Albus, Harry, Albus, whatever gibberish you are talking, you need to stop it now. This is your final warning. Albus looks down between his dad and his friend. Albus, I can't, okay? Scorpius, you can't what? Albus, just, well, we will be better off without each other, okay? Scorpius is left looking up after him, heartbroken. Hogwarts, headmistress' office. Professor McGonagall is full of unhappiness. Harry is full of purpose. Ginny is not sure what she's supposed to be. Professor McGonagall, I am not sure this is what the Marauders map was intended for, Harry. If you see them together, then get to them as quickly as possible and keep them separate. Professor McGonagall, Harry, are you sure this is the right decision? Because far be it from me to doubt the wisdom of the Centaurus, but Bane is an extremely angry Centaurus, and it's not beyond him to twist the constellations for his own ends. Harry, I trust Bane. Albus is to stay away from Scorpius for his sake and others. Ginny, I think what Harry mean is Harry with finality. The professor knows what I mean. Ginny looks at Harry, surprised that he would talk to her that way. Professor McGonagall. Albus had been checked by the greatest witches and wizards in the country, and no one can find a sense, a hex, or a curse. Harry, and Dumbledore? Dumbledore said. Professor McGonagall, what? Harry, his portrait. We spoke, he said something which made sense. Professor McGonagall, Dumbledore is dead, Harry, and I have told you before, portraits don't represent even half of their subjects. Harry, he said love had blinded me. Professor McGonagall, a HUD teacher's portrait is a memoir. It is supposed to be a support mechanism for the decisions I have to make, but I was advised as I took this job to not mistake the painting of the person, and you would be well advised to do the same. Harry, but he was right. I see it now. Professor McGonagall, Harry, you have been put under enormous pressure. The loss of Albus, the search for him, the fears as to what your scar might mean. But trust me when I tell you, you are making a mistake. Harry, Albus didn't like me before. He might not like me again, but he will be safe. With the greatest respect, Minerva, you don't have children. Ginny, Harry, you don't understand. Professor McGonagall deeply hurt. I would hope that a lifetime spent in the teaching profession would mean, Harry, this map will reveal to you where my son is at all times. I expect you to use it. And if I hear you don't, then I will come down on this school as hard as I can, using the full force of the ministry. Hogwarts defense against the dark art class. Albus enters the classroom, slightly unsure. Hermione, yes, our trained absconder finally joining us. Albus, Hermione. He looks amazed. Hermione is standing at the front of the lesson. Hermione, Professor Granger. I believe is my name, Potter. Albus, what are you doing here? Hermione, teaching for my sins. What are you doing here? Learning, I hope. Albus, but you are Minister for Magic. Hermione, Bean. Having those dreams again, have you, Potter? Today we are going to look at Patronus charms. Albus, amazed. You are our defense against the dark arts teacher? They are titters. Hermione, losing patience now. 10 points from Gryffindor for stupidity. Polly Chapman, standing full of affront. No, no, he is doing it deliberately. He hates Gryffindor, and everyone knows it. Hermione, sit down, Polly Chapman, before this gets even worse. Polly sighs and then sits. And I suggest you join her. Albus and this charade. Albus, but you are not this mean, Hermione, and that's 20 fine point from Gryffindor to assure Albus Potter that I am this mean. Jan Fredericks, if you don't sit down right now, Albus sits. Albus, can I just say, Hermione? No, you can't. Just keep quiet, Potter. Otherwise, you will lose what limited popularity you already have. Now, who can tell me what Patronus is? No, no one. You really are a most disappointing bunch. Hermione smiles a thin smile. She really is quite mean. No, this is stupid, Albus. Where is Rose? She will tell you that you are being ridiculous. Hermione, who is Rose? Your invisible friend, Albus, Rose Granger Weasley, your daughter. He realizes, of course, because you and Ron aren't married. Rose, there is giggling. Hermione, how dare you? 50 points from Gryffindor, and I assure you, if anyone interrupts me again, it will be 100 points. She stares around the room. No one moves a muscle. Good. A Patronus is a magical charm, a projection of all your most positive feelings and takes the shape of an animal with whom you share the deepest affinity. It is a gift of life. If you can conjure a Patronus, you can protect yourself against the world. Which is some of our cases seems like a necessity sooner than rather later. Hogwarts staircase. Albus walks up a staircase, looking around as he does. He doesn't see anything, he exits. The staircase moves in almost a dance. Scorpius enters behind him. He thinks he has seen Albus. He realizes he isn't there. He slumps down to the floor as the staircase sweeps around. Madame Hooch enters and walks up the staircase. At the top, she gestures for Scorpius to move. He does and slopes off, his abject loneliness clear. Albus enters and walks up one staircase. Scorpius enters and walks up another. The staircases meet. The two boys look at each other, lost and hopeful, all at once. And then Albus looks away, and the moment is broken, and with it, possibly the friendship. And now the staircase part. The two look at each other, one full of guilt, the other full of pain, both full of unhappiness. Harry and Ginny Potter's house kitchen. Ginny and Harry watch each other warily. There is an argument due, and both of them know it. Harry, this is the right decision. Ginny, you almost sound convinced. Harry, you told me to be honest with him, but actually I needed to be honest with myself. Trust what my heart was telling me. Ginny, Harry, you have one of the greatest hearts of any wizard who ever lived, and I do not believe your heart told you to do this. They hear a knock on the door. Saved by the door, she exits. After a moment, Draco enters, consumed by anger, but hiding it well. Draco, I can't stay any longer. I won't need long. Harry, how can I help? Draco, I am not here to antagonize you, but my son is in tears, and I am his father. And so I am here to ask why you would keep apart two good friends. Harry, I am not keeping them apart. Draco, you have changed school timetables. You have threatened both teachers and Albus himself. Why? Harry looks at Drago carefully and then turns away. Harry, I have to protect my son. Drago, from Scorpius, Harry. Bane told me he sends a darkness around my sons, near my son. Draco, what are you implying, Potter? Harry turns and looks Draco dead in the eye. Harry, are you sure? Are you really sure he is yours, Draco? There is a deadly silence. Draco, you take that back right now. But Harry doesn't take it back. So Draco takes his wand. Harry, you do not want to do this. Draco, yes, I do. Harry, I don't want to hurt you, Draco. Draco, how interesting, because I do want to hurt you. The two square up and then realizes their wands. Draco and Harry, Expelliarmus, their wands repel and then breaks apart. Draco, Incarcerus. Harry dodges a blast from Draco's wand. Harry, Tarantilgaril. Draco throws himself out of the way. Harry, you have been practicing, Draco. Draco, and you have got sloppy. Potter, Densogio. Harry just manages to get out of the way. Harry, Rictus Petra. Draco, use a chair to block the blast. Draco, Flipendo. Harry is sent twirling through the air. Draco laughs. Keep up, old man. Harry, we are the same age, Draco. Draco, I wear it better. Harry, Brachiobindo. Draco is bound tightly. Draco, that really the best you got? Immense pair. Draco realizes his own binds. Releases his own binds. Lavicoppers. Harry has to throw himself out of the way. Mobilicoppers. Oh, this is too much fun. Draco bounces Harry up and down on the table. And then, as Harry rolls away, Draco jumps onto the table. He realizes his wand, but as he does, Harry hits him with a spell. Harry, Obscuro. Draco releases himself from his blindfold as soon as it hits. The two square up. Harry throws a chair. Draco ducks underneath it and slows the chair with his wand. I only left this room 3 minutes ago. She looks at the mess of the kitchen. She looks at the chairs suspended in the air. She signals them back to the floor with her wand. Drier than dry. What did I miss?